Welcome to the Friends of Zane Adams, aka FOZA podcast, bringing awareness of postpartum depression, suicides, and the children who are left behind. We'll be spotlighting positive outcomes from mothers as well as healthcare experts and counselors. Would you know the signs of PPD? Would you know how to help a loved one? Stay tuned. As a community, we can do more to support maternal mental wellness.
Greetings, FOZA family, friends, and supporters. This is Paulette Smith, and you're listening to episode 50 of the FOZA podcast for maternal mental wellness. Now, today's episode is entitled Finding Balance with Gratitude in the Giving Season. We are so grateful, and here's why. We're going into episode 50. That's episode 50. And we're going strong because of you and your continuing support. Every time you tune in, every time you listen, every time a listener subscribes or shares, we expand the circle of awareness and support of postpartum depression and the prevention of maternal suicides. Together, we're breaking the silence and shining a much-needed light on maternal mental wellness. Now, before we begin, as usual, a brief reminder that this is a safe place. The FOZA podcast is for educational awareness purposes only. Some of our content may feel sensitive or be triggering. So if you're experiencing an emergency, please dial 988. That's the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. And for non-emergencies, reach out to your healthcare providers. If you still feel unheard, please do not give up. Reach out to us at FOZAinc.org. That's FOZA Inc.org. We're here to help you find resources and connect you with resources. You never are required to provide us with any personal or sensitive information. Now, in this edition, we're going to try to highlight 3 major areas. Number 1, bringing warmth, reflection, and inclusivity into your life and the holidays. Number 2, recognizing that gratitude doesn't ease pain, but it coexists with real emotions. And number 3, focusing on balanced emotional wellness, being thankful even for small things while you're honoring your true feelings. Now, it's in the spirit of gratitude that we're bringing you this episode all about the giving season, because we know that holidays can be wonderful and yet challenging, especially for new mothers, fathers, families, and anyone coping with a change, with a new baby, or even with the loss of a loved one. We decided to start by looking at the differences between gratitude and what's known as toxic positivity. Toxic positivity is when we say things that we believe to be true, when we're trying to find words to say, trying to make someone feel better, but it might not make them feel better. It might not give the wellness that we hoped it would. Personally, I have to admit that I've been guilty of spreading toxic positivity. As I learned more about it, I wanted to share some of the information with you. I'm sure I'm not the only one who may have unconsciously had conversations to mask or put aside the pain or the guilt someone may be experiencing, or just trying to make them feel better because I was trying to cheer them up. I can hear myself in a bad situation saying things like, well, we want to be thankful. It could be worse. That has always been one of my favorite sayings. Not a good saying. And not knowing that it could actually shut someone down. There are lots of sayings we can use. We're going to have a list of those on the website as well. But one of the things I try to think of ways to say, I know it's been tough. What can I do? Is there anything I can do to help? That's a broad question. That's wide open. But taking that action can sometimes leave a door open for more conversation. Gratitude means recognizing what we have and finding meaning even in small joys while we're still experiencing a bad situation. Did you know there's a proven science related to gratitude? Yeah. Harvard University Health and the National Institutes of Health have conducted studies, discussions on how practicing gratitude can help an individual reduce something called the cortisol levels. Now, just for those who may not know, because I didn't know, cortisol is a steroid hormone produced by the adrenal glands in the body, and they can play a role in stress and how the stress response works. So much more. Cortisol is essential for normal body functions, but it's the levels that can cause concern, and it's been proven that practicing gratitude exercises can bring about a balance in the cortisol levels and improve sleep and lift moods. Now, we think this is some impressive stuff. So much that we placed some simple exercises for daily practice on the FOZA website. You can just visit our blog or search on the term gratitude in the site. When we decided to dig deeper, we uncovered even more benefits of practicing gratitude and how that can positively affect our mental, physical, and social well-being. That's why we decided to go ahead and put some of that information into this podcast. I'll talk about the mental and emotional benefits. 1, boosting happiness and well-being. 2, reducing stress and anxiety. 3, enhancing emotional resilience. And 4, improving self-esteem. Boosting happiness and well-being, that helps you shift your focus from negative to positive experiences. That action can help increase your overall happiness and life satisfaction. Reducing stress and anxiety can help you promote relaxation, help you reduce worry. And gratitude, as I said before, can help reduce stress hormones. That can combat negative thought patterns, especially those repeating thought patterns that we sometimes practice when we should be practicing mindfulness. Enhancing emotional resilience is a part of mental emotional benefits from gratitude. That's a way to build your ability to cope with challenges. Find lessons in difficult situations rather than sitting in problems, and maintaining emotional stability so that you don't swing like a pendulum, and improving self-esteem. That is feeling thankful and how you can boost your self-esteem and reduce the temptation of making social comparisons, meaning you find ways that things are happening that are good and not always looking for things that are not so good or that are bad. And we're all a little bit guilty of that sometimes, and helping others do that too. The physical health benefits can range as well. We talked about the mental and emotional benefits. So physical health benefits range from improvement in your sleep, to strengthening your immune system, to supporting heart health, to motivating healthy habits. And all of these can find benefits in practicing gratitude. Improvement in sleep, because you can help reduce your stress, anxious thoughts. Gratitude can lead to a deeper, more restful peace. Gratitude and practicing it can strengthen the immune system simply by repeating the improvement in sleep. Improvement in good health helps the immune system. In helping the immune system, we're looking at getting more support for better heart health, because gratitude can positively impact the heart health by reducing, again, stress and blood pressure. The symptoms of depression, blood pressure, stress are all risk factors for heart disease. And motivating healthy habits. When you're consistent, and people who practice gratitude consistently tend to be more motivated and take better care of their physical health. So that's looking at mental and physical. So what does science have to say about the social benefits of living with gratitude? Well, according to UCLA Health, gratitude helps strengthen relationships. Expressing gratitude to others can lead to stronger, more trusting, and longer-lasting relationships. And basically, I'm talking about the social benefits. So not necessarily the love life, but including love life, family life, sibling life, just overall long-lasting, better-lasting relationships. Also, having gratitude practices increases a person's empathy, increases their pro-social behavior. Practicing gratitude can enhance many facets of your life, actually make you more likable and make you feel more like you want to help and more like you want to be generous towards others. So that's a little information on our first topic, talking about practicing gratitude and how it's been scientifically researched and proven to be beneficial mentally, physically, and socially. Now, being thankful and practicing gratitude includes giving yourself permission to feel. We're not talking here about hiding your feelings. We're not talking about just talking positive affirmations to yourself and ignoring that you may be having a challenging time in life. So what sort of action can you take to help express your feelings? Well, for one thing, it's healthy and honest to acknowledge that gratitude and grief can coexist. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It's been said that gratitude doesn't mean ignoring the storm. It means noticing the rainbows between the clouds. Now, how does a positive statement like that differ from toxic positivity? Because it's okay to acknowledge that the storm or the challenge is real. It's real in your life. It's okay to admit that it hurts and that it's difficult or even frightening. So gratitude is not denial. It's just a gentle reminder that beauty, relief, and love can still exist alongside pain. Sometimes we just have to look for it a little bit harder. But it's not about pretending everything is fine. It's about recognizing that even in difficult moments, small glimmers of good will help us find our way through. Small glimmers of good can be like small glimmers of gold. You can see them shining through. Another way to examine your feelings, get them out in front of you and get them to a point where you can face them and put those small glimmers of good right beside them, is to journal. You know, we forever encourage journaling. We encourage praying and we encourage self-reflection. All of these things are not to fix your feelings, but to help you bring them out where you can see them and you can listen to them and you can share them with your medical team in a way that you don't forget anything, you don't leave anything out, and it's very clear how you're feeling. So journaling is a wonderful practice. Now we move into number 3. Because along with gratitude exercises we have for you on the website, I'd like for you to consider some other practical actions you can take with your gratitude. Writing a thank you card to someone who has supported you in life or given you a lift up, that's a wonderful thing to do. It's a small action, and it might be someone that you're speaking to all of the time, and they already know how grateful you are. But just think of how wonderful it is when you get a lovely little card with heartfelt feelings. Yes, that's an uplift. Maybe you like to cook, and you can put together a little something for a new mom, or for a new neighbor, or just to thank you for someone that you care for. Maybe someone that likes a special dish you can do. That's an action you can take in the way of showing gratitude. Donating is always good. Of course, you can donate to FOZA scholarship, but you can just get your favorite charitable organization, an organization that you feel very good about and that you support, because giving is a great way to celebrate. It's actually what makes Thanksgiving a complete word. You might want to consider a gratitude jar. I know you may have heard of those before, and if they're used consistently, they make quite a difference in life, especially for the entire family. It's a way to include everyone. All you need to do to start a gratitude jar is to find a jar, decorate it, and place it in a visible spot with slips of paper and a pen. And then encourage family members to write down things that they're thankful for. Place them in the jar. Then periodically, everyone gathers to read the notes together as a family or as a group and reflect on positive moments. Well, you decide if you're going to have your ritual daily, weekly, or even monthly, but just looking forward to the family meeting and sharing positive memories is often the best part of life.
Hi there, FOZA family. This is a message for business owners. We're looking for partners and sponsors who share our commitment to the importance of maternal mental wellness. If your business or organization is passionate about making an impact in the mental health space, we'd love to collaborate with you. When you sponsor our podcast, your business gets in front of a broad audience of listeners and viewers. So please visit FOZAinc.org/sponsors and learn how easy it is to 1. Support maternal mental wellness, 2. Grow your business, and 3. Strengthen our community. And yes, another great benefit is you can be located anywhere in the United States. Again, thank you for supporting us as we continue to spread hope, raise awareness, and help families thrive. Now back to the podcast.
Welcome back to the podcast. Now, finally, I want to talk about community and connection. Think of this. Connection is a powerful form of gratitude all by itself, because the act of connecting fits in naturally with gratitude, and it helps to build a community rather than build isolation. When you share stories of small acts of kindness within the FOZA community or in some of your other groups, it can bring hope and light to others in the group. For one thing, it lets everyone know that they are not alone, and every day can be a day of Thanksgiving. And here's one very big action you can take: volunteering. This time of year, volunteering is especially a sign of thanks and gratitude, because many people are living in a climate of uncertainty, and volunteering benefits the giver as much as the receiver by providing mental, physical, social, and professional rewards. Along with creating a reciprocal cycle of well-being, this is an especially good action to take. It helps in so many ways. The mental and emotional health benefits. Have you ever heard the term helper's high? Well, that's the act of helping others in a way that can trigger the brain's reward centers. It can release feel-good chemicals in the body like dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins. This neurochemical response elevates mood and increases a sense of satisfaction. Is that awesome or what? All of that coming from the simple act of helping someone else. You may have even noticed that when you're helping someone else, it actually reduces your stress levels and keeps your depression at bay because you're focusing on the needs of someone else. And if that's not enough, you can enjoy increased overall life satisfaction. Most of all, volunteers can enjoy enhanced sense of purpose and self-esteem. That's right. Volunteering provides a strong sense of meaning and identity in your life. This is something many people are looking for, and it can be especially beneficial during a new birth or during a holiday or during a loss. There's no doubt about it. Accomplishing tasks and seeing the tangible impact of your efforts can boost self-confidence and self-worth. Well, FOZA family, it's time to bring it to a close. And I encourage you all to dive into the FOZA website and share information that may be helpful to those who may find it useful. As this Thanksgiving rolls around, wherever you are in your journey, whether it's joy or exhaustion, or a mix of both, you may find comfort in knowing you are not alone. Gratitude doesn't ask us to deny our pain. It invites us to notice what still gives us strength. So please take care of yourselves, be safe, enjoy the season. As always, in loving memory of Christina LaShawn Thompson Adams. Bye-bye.